皆さんこんにちは and welcome to Shogo's podcast. So this is the Omake Talk of the video where I talked about the history of Japanese religions in Japan, I should say, yes. If you haven't watched the main video yet, it's inside the description box. I hope you can take a look. And if you already watched it, thank you very much for taking the time to watch it. It was a very, very long video, but I put the most effort into making compared to all of the other videos. So I really hope you enjoyed it, yes. Because, talking about religions, first of all, it is very complicated. I definitely was not able to explain everything in that one video. It was kind of like a overview of the whole history. If you take a closer look into it, there are more things that you definitely need to understand to be able to see these small movements, within Japanese people and such. But that is the big picture of the history. So I really hope you enjoyed studying about it. Yes. So here in the Omake Talk today, I wanted to share with you someone's really interesting opinion that I found online. There was someone who was talking about that Japanese people did not require a religion. I was looking up about other people's opinions about why Japanese people are non-religious, and someone was talking about this, that Japanese people did not require a religion because Japan has Budo, the Japanese martial arts, or the heart of the Do. Yes, that's the reason why Japanese people did not have to have a religion in order to live or survive. Yes, so I thought this was really, really interesting. Yep. So first of all, we need to talk about what Budo or Do is. So Budo is the martial arts, the Japanese martial arts like karate, kendo, judo, aikido. The iaido that I train in are all Budo. And other Do could be sado, tea ceremonies, kado, flower arrangements, shodo, Japanese calligraphy, and so on and so forth. There's a lot of do, yes. And the one characteristic that all of these traditional cultures share is that do, first of all, means path. It is all the traditional culture, the main theme is you are walking down a path towards perfection, but you never reach it, yes. And never reaching it, the walking, every step you make is the goal of the path, not reaching actual perfection because it doesn't exist. Yes, that is the beauty of Do, and this is the characteristic that all Do in Japan share. Yes. Now, it's really interesting, this person's opinion is that because Japanese people have this belief that they have something that they can pursue throughout their whole life, they didn't need a religion, for example, for them to believe in, yes, because they could believe in their own training or their own skills, yes. But we need to say that although, as I explained to you, like in the Kamakura period, the peasants and the low-class samurai didn't have a belief, they couldn't believe in Shintoism, or they didn't have Buddhism yet, and they were suffering, right? And then the six new sects appeared, and then that saved them, but resulted in more rebellions and such. Then where was Do at that time, right? Then we need to understand that Do was created after the Edo period. Yes. So after the Tokugawa Ieyasu created the Edo shogunate and the Edo period started, that's when jutsu, the skills that the samurai used to actually go up and kill someone or fight in battle, gradually changed into a way to train mentally and physically to become a stronger and better person. And that's because the Edo period was a peaceful 265-year era. No one needed to go up and kill someone, yes, because there was no wars, yes. So in order for all the dojos that taught the jutsu, the skills of fighting, in order for them to survive and inherit the culture, they needed to change the purpose into something else, and that was the Do, yes. So that's why the Do also existed in the Edo period. So as I explained to you that the government itself promoted Confucianism, right? Yes. And they did not promote the Do idea to the people by themselves, but the culture automatically did that to the people, actually. Yes. So I thought that was really, really interesting. So from the Edo period, the Do was actually part of the religious teachings, I guess. Yes. So no one actually sees, like, even in Japan today, like I have not seen the Do culture in Japan as a religion before. But if you see see it that way, it could have been a reason why that Japanese people did not require a religion, yes. Especially because Do, the good part about all Do is that you continuously do your trainings, right? You seek perfection, you train every single day, and there is no end to it. You have a purpose in your life forever, right? Until the very last day of your life, you can continuously train and seek perfection. I'm probably saying the same thing over and over, but yes, if I had more vocabulary, I hope I can try and explain this better. But I hope you understand what I mean. Even if you become 80 years old or 90 years old, you have something that you need to do that day, and you have something that you can feel that you belong, or the reason for you to exist. Your mental is definitely much more stable thanks to this, yes. Because most things in life, once you get older, you can't do anymore, for example, right? Yeah, because you don't have a young body anymore when you were a teenager or in your 20s and such, yes. But in Japanese martial arts, not everything, but compared to, for example, maybe sports, like it's very difficult to find a professional athlete who is in his 60s, right? Yes. But in the martial art world, there could be 80 people in their 80s still training in Iaido, for example, or even in Kendo and stuff like that, yes. So I think this is a really interesting topic to talk about, yes. And I just really wanted to share this idea with you. And if you are a Budo trainee or training in any do, yes, please let me know what you think about this, yes. One thing I really do want to share with you before I end, though, is that Japanese people tend to idealize their culture too much. Maybe it happens in other places in the world too, but Japanese people do it too, definitely. They think that their do culture and all of their traditional culture are great, and sometimes, of course, if Japan's, the Do martial arts and everything were all perfect, Japanese people would have a better mentality today, right? Yes, but we don't. We have the most number of people in their 20s and early 30s committing suicide and so on and so forth, right? Yes. So definitely it's not perfect, yes. But I would love to know your opinions about this, yes. Or if you train in martial arts or Japanese traditional culture, do you think that it actually helped you in your life? Or do you think that something else that you're doing, like for example, sports or other instruments or music things or art, yes, it has the same functions? Or if you can let me know if you see Japanese traditional culture as something special, or no, it is something unique but not something special. Or it'd be great if you can let me know about your opinions, yes. I do personally, as a person training in multiple traditional culture, really enjoy the concept of do, yes, but I don't see that it's something that's superior to other cultures and such, yes. There might be some sides to it that are unique, yes, but I don't think that it's really, really special though, yes. So I would love to know your opinions, yes, about this topic. It'd be great if you could let me know. All right. So then at the end of the podcast, I always state my dream, yes, to share it and try to make it come true, yes. So again, my dream is to make Japan a better place, to make all Japan lovers' dreams come true, yes. Despite that, there are a lot of people who want to study, who want to travel, who want to work in Japan. Japan has a lot of social problems that we need to overcome, and the traditional culture that Japanese people cherish so much are actually disappearing and going extinct, yes. So I want to make all the people who have dreams and hopes in Japan, I want their dreams to come true. I don't want them to come to Japan and think, this was not the Japan that I had in mind, yes. So what I want to do is I want to solve the social problems. I want to preserve and evolve traditional culture. I want to help the young, the very, very few young generations in Japan. I want them to be more active. I want them to fight against the old Japanese society that are suppressing them. I want to make Japan a better place, and this YouTube channel is my first step. And as my first step right now, my dream is to achieve 1 million subscribers by January 2023 in my main channel. So I really, really need your help. It'd be great if you can share on my main channels, this podcast channel, to your friends and family. Yes, and that's the reason why I recently started YouTube Shorts. Actually, I thought it might be an easier way for everyone to share my videos. So please use that if you enjoy it. Yes, it'd be great. All right, then everyone, today too, thank you so much for your time, and I really, really am supported by you, and I really, really appreciate it every single day. Thank you so much. Yes, and I'll see you in my next podcast and in my next video too. Thanks so much, guys. ありがとうございました。